How you doing? This is Common Sense Dude. Gonna make a couple videos tonight. Got some stuff on my mind. I just say it to get it off my chest. You didn't think I was gonna leave you men out. If I had a video that said things I like about females, don't like about, I wasn't gonna have a video on the things I dislike about my own gender, which is a male. Both males are not very nice. Most males are just as mean as the women are. I give men no breaks. I find them just as mean and unkind as any other female I run into. So I don't really like men. I give ladies, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give men 0 and ladies number 1. So that's my opinion on men. They're not very nice. I don't want to be around them very often. I have a few friends that are women. I have a few friends that are men. I hang out with, I socialize with them some. If my friendship with them ever came into question, or they ever took advantage of me, or I felt like they didn't appreciate my friendship, I really wouldn't have anything to do with either one of them. And they wouldn't have to see this video to find out my opinion, because I'd basically tell it to them their face. I'd just walk up and say, guess what? You don't think my friendship was worth a whole lot? I will no longer be your friend. And I'll just be that straight up about it. That's all I have to say about that. I have some other things I wanted to talk about. I've been watching some YouTube videos lately on some stuff on video games. I have a Dreamcast. Nothing wrong with playing a Dreamcast on a flat screen TV with regular cables. So everybody's saying that you need to do all this stuff to a Dreamcast. They're wrong. I just take some normal cables, plug it into a flat screen TV, and it works fine. Everybody telling you to do a lot to your Dreamcast is just trying to scam money out of you. You don't need to do anything to a Dreamcast. Just have some normal cables, plug it into your back of your flat screen TV, works fine. Been doing that for years. If you want better resolution, or you want your picture to look better, just use a PS4 or an Xbox One. I don't really think that you really need to waste a lot of time modifying old systems. And I think the first NES looks fine on a flat screen TV. Super Nintendo looks fine on a flat screen TV. PS2 looks fine on a flat screen TV. So a lot of these people that I've seen on YouTube that say you have to modify your system so they look better on a flat screen TV, to me, are wrong. They're just trying to get money out of you. They're scamming you. They're trying to make you spend money, trick you into giving them money. I have an NES. I play it on a flat screen TV. Works fine. I have a Super NES. Play with regular cables. AV cables primarily. Looks fine on a flat screen TV. Play Nintendo 64 through regular cables. Looks fine on a flat screen TV. So I guess I don't think you have to do anything with those systems. To me, they look fine on a flat screen TV. I've played auto systems on a CRT TV. I don't see a difference. I don't see a difference playing them on a CRT TV or a flat screen TV. So guess what, guys? Everybody on YouTube is going to try to scam you to give them money so you can play your old systems on a better on they say they're gonna play better on a flat screen TV. I use all my old stuff on a flat screen TV through normal cables that I used when I played them on a CRT TV, and I don't notice a difference. So I think that's just another scam people are trying to come up with in this world, just try to get some money out of somebody. Not going to get any money out of me. Maybe they'll maybe they'll scam other people, but no money out of me, that's for sure. Guys, I have something to say to some of the people out there that been doing all these mass shootings lately. You're not going to kill me because I don't go to church and I don't go to bars anymore. So this is something to say to some of you guys that out there that think you're going to get a gun and you want to go to some, and want to do something, do a mass shooting. Well, guess what? You're not going to do anything to me because, number one, I don't go to church for that reason. And I don't go to bars anymore for that reason. I stay home. It's safer. Not safe in the sense that someone can't come in my house and hurt me, but it's safer than going to church or a bar anytime soon. That's for sure. Some other things I want to say. I've been in the military. I did 4 years. I injured my back permanently. I didn't stay in for 20 years. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like getting told what to do by people. But I can see how if you did more than 4 years and you decided to stay, if you came out in the civilian world, you'd probably think you can tell people what to do. Well, you can't. And that's hard. In the military, you can tell people what to do because you have a higher rank, or if you're an officer, you can tell people what to do. But to those people that had that power, why, coming out here and finding out that you can't tell people what to do all the time, and people can say no to you, and that must be one bit of a come down for you if you were an officer or made any rank in the service. I didn't make any rank, so after 4 years I took my honorable discharge and left, and took my injured back and left. So I receive a little bit, for my bad back, but not a whole lot. The VA hasn't done a lot to help me in the last 20 years. I have to buy all my own braces. They didn't bother to help me purchase any. I have to buy all my knee braces, all my elbow braces, and to get through 4 hours worth of work. Make a little money to pay my bills, which isn't a whole lot. Afraid the VA didn't help me. They didn't bother to buy any of my braces ever. They didn't. I had to buy all the braces myself out of my own money that I worked for, which isn't very much. But I bought them. They help. I get through my work day with them. So that's what I use them for. Let's trying to figure out what else I was going to say. I was going to say a few other things. So I guess if you, that's what I had to say about video games. So, like I said, I don't think EverDrives are that great. I pretty much figured out how to use stuff on the computer, and I haven't had to ask anybody for help. So I figured out how to emulate pretty much everything I want to play. So I don't need any fancy EverDrives or any, like I said, I don't need any of that stuff. I figured out how to generally play it on what I have. And it works out okay. It's not perfect, but it works. Yeah, as far as what I think about the men and doing some of these movements, I'm not, you can, I guess the men that want to do their own thing is fine, but I don't think you have all the answers. I don't think you'll solve all the answers. If men want to start their own movement where, they don't want to get married, they don't want to do anything with females, they want to keep to themselves, that's fine, but I don't think they have all the answers. I don't think they're going to solve anything. I don't think they have a whole lot of answers. What few things I've watched, they seem to be a little crybaby-ish. They want their way, and and I don't think the feminists are going to do much either. They're just as messed up as everybody else. They're only worried about themselves and what they can do for their own gender. Just like the male movement's only interested in what they can do for their own gender. So I'm really not on anybody's side on that. Only side I'm on is my own side. Like I said, I don't think the world's getting any better. I think the world's getting a lot far worse. I don't think the world's getting any better. I don't think the people that were elected on Tuesday are going to solve any problems. People that are rich and running the show aren't going to give up any power anytime soon. I have watched some movies on sort of what to do, where to put your money, what to buy. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm not going to buy a lot of gold. I'm not going to put my money in other countries or different currency. I do agree that our economy is going to crash, and one day the dollar won't be worth a whole lot. If it happens, I don't know. I guess I'll just have to deal with it like everybody else. I won't have any money saved or any gold stashed somewhere or any of that stuff that they're talking about. And most of it sounds like a pretty good idea to do if you're preparing for it, but yeah, there's some other things I want to say, I guess. If any Southern dads happen to see this video anytime soon, don't try to destroy your son, because it ain't going to work. You might turn around and destroy you first, which I had to do to survive. Something else, the South lost a war, so just admit it and get over it. South didn't win the war, North did. You can give it up. I've heard that. So Southern dads out there, the South lost a war. Get over it. North won. Unfortunately, however you want to look at it. And dads, especially Southern dads that think they can destroy their kid, it doesn't work. And if you wait till your son's 50, like I had to do, Southern dads, you won't win. Especially if your son has Southern blood running through him, it isn't going to work. Hate to burst your ego, but it's not going to work. A couple other things I want to talk about. When I was about 19, 20 years old, out on my own, people kept telling me that things were going to change. Races were going to get along better. White people were going to get along better with black people. Guess what? 25 years later, it didn't happen. Okay? So, that's something that probably will never change. I'm always going to be reminded that my ancestors made African American slaves, and I'm always going to have to live with it. And I didn't even have anything to do with it, any part of it. So, if you're gonna blame me for that, because I'm white, and my history says that my ancestors made black people slaves. I guess there's nothing I can do about it. I certainly wouldn't agree to it at the time, but I wasn't alive. Nothing I can do with history. That's the reason I think some black people have a problem with me, because I'm white and my history isn't very good. But if that's how they want to see it, that's how they want to see me, then I guess I can't do anything about it. I just remember I used to hear that, we're going to make everybody get along. Well, it's been 20 years and I still see the same problems. Same problems, race, same problems, sex, same problems with jobs. Nothing's changed. I've just gotten older. Knees hurt, elbows hurt. I only can, like I said, to get through 4 hours worth of work, I have to wear braces to get through 4 hours worth of work. I don't have, people still don't get along because of nationality and race, and that was something that when I was 20, they were saying that was going to change. 20 years later, people still don't get along because of race and history and nationalities, and women and males don't get along, and neither one of them know how to get along, try to get along, and I really don't like either gender. So, one way or the other. So I tend to not hang out with either gender. Now, yeah, I have a few friends. They happen to be females. I have a few male friends. As long as they don't take me for granted, I'll probably still associate with them or try to have some fun with them, I guess, or try to interact with them, have a few good times, I guess, here and there. Dogs are doing okay, kitties are doing okay. Get some money to pay a few bills tomorrow. Hopefully my internet won't get cut off before tomorrow, but if it does, I guess I'll just send them the money and ask them to turn it back on, I guess. I just wanted to say that to some of you people that think that your problems give you the right to go do mass shootings is sort of not, I don't agree with. Just because you have problems and don't like somebody don't mean you have to go to a school or a church or a nightclub and kill 12 people that, have nothing to do with it. We all get frustrated. We all have problems. Life's not fun, not fair for anybody. I know jobs are a little better 20 years ago, but for me, jobs have never been good, and I've never made a lot of money, so life for me really hasn't changed in 25 years. I've been broke. I haven't had a lot of money. So, nothing's changed for me since I left home. Just gotten older. Body parts hurt a lot more. I have to wear glasses to see stuff, So, So, like I said, that's just some stuff I've seen on video games, and I And like I said, I always thought video games look fine on flat screen TV, so all those things that people tried to tell you was just a sales gimmick or scam to get some money out of you. So they won't get any money out of me, but other than that, that's about all I have to say on this video. Hopefully a few people see it. Cool Dude, Common Sense Cool Dude signing off. Everybody have a good night.